My wife had been living multiple secret lives for months, manipulating people, taking expensive trips, and hiding the truth from me, all while I trusted her completely. Here's how it happened. It was 2:37 a.m. when my phone buzzed. I groaned, wishing I could ignore it. The number flashed, Chicago Hilton. At that hour, I assumed it was spam, but something in the voice on the line stopped me cold. "Sir," the receptionist said, "we're calling to confirm a reservation for Monique. You're listed as the emergency contact." I froze. I didn't make a reservation. I hadn't authorized this. After hanging up, I checked the number. It didn't match any account I had. The hotel had called me by mistake, thinking I was someone else. But in that error, my entire marriage was about to unravel. Monique and I had been married 11 years, living in a modest townhouse in Detroit. Our life was quiet, stable, predictable. I worked logistics while she freelanced remotely. We had routines: bills, groceries, small weekend trips. I trusted her completely. I thought I knew her world. The idea that she could be hiding something like this was unthinkable. But over the past year, I had noticed subtle signs: late-night laptop use, unexplained expenses, vague work trips she never detailed. I always shrugged them off. I convinced myself it was normal. Now, the hotel call hinted that there was something she had hidden from me, something I didn't even suspect. That simple phone call started a storm that would change everything. I called the Hilton back, trying to clarify. "Sir," said the receptionist, "this is for a different guest. The reservation is under the same last name, but your number was listed as emergency contact, a mistaken identity. But the voicemail she left included room numbers, dates, and even charges. It was more than a casual mistake. It was a first glimpse into a world I had no idea existed." Curiosity quickly became an obsession. I began researching quietly, piecing together clues from airline receipts, credit card notifications, and hotel confirmations. Monique had flown to Chicago 3 times in the past 2 months, each time for days. The trips were never business-related, at least nothing she had admitted to me. The hotel rooms were expensive suites, far beyond the usual business trip accommodations. Each stay included spa bookings, fine dining, and gifts that were billed to accounts I didn't recognize. I asked her friends and family questions subtly, trying to get information. No answers. She had blocked my messages. I felt trapped in my own life, unable to confront her directly. I slept little. Each night, I reviewed the information I could gather. I plotted discreetly. Something was happening behind my back. But what exactly? I couldn't know yet. The obsession grew until I realized I had to see for myself. 2 months after the initial call, I booked a flight to Chicago under a plausible pretext to investigate Monique's world. I posed as a concierge inquiry at the Hilton. Asking about room reservations and client services seemed innocent enough, but it gave me access to see what she had been doing. And then I saw her in the lobby, dressed immaculately, radiating confidence, laughing with women I didn't know, carrying herself as if she were a completely different person. It hit me. She wasn't just hiding a side job. She had built an entirely parallel life, one I had never dreamed of. She was a professional role swapper. It wasn't just a fancy term. It was a lifestyle, a game, and I had been entirely oblivious. She assumed other people's identities, not for money, but for thrill and influence. She rented apartments, attended high society events, and lived as people far wealthier and more connected than us. She had planted herself into social circles, building trust with people I didn't know existed. Invitations, keys, letters. She possessed them all. The realization was overwhelming. I had married someone who could operate multiple lives simultaneously, manipulating people with ease, hiding everything from me. She was charming and persuasive, crafting elaborate alibis and backstories for each persona she assumed. It was a world I had no access to, no clue about. Every trip, every hotel stay, every luxury purchase was part of this double or quadruple existence she had built. My presence, my life, my trust had been a cover. The hotel call by mistake had shattered the illusion, revealing the tip of the iceberg. Without it, I might never have known. I observed quietly over the next few days, piecing together her network. I saw interactions, notes, messages, evidence of identities and lives I didn't even know existed. Her network was intricate. Wealthy women, social influencers, business contacts. She was simultaneously present in multiple worlds, influencing events, creating opportunities for herself unseen. I realized the audacity of it. She had lived with me, hidden from me, all while constructing a life that dwarfed mine in every material and social sense. The betrayal was crushing. It wasn't just that she lied. It was the scale, the ambition, the skill with which she executed it. Her secret life demanded constant vigilance and adaptability. She had perfected the art of deception, and I was only now seeing the surface. I considered confronting her, but I wanted to understand fully first. I didn't want anger or shame to cloud what I needed to know. Over the next few days, I continued my discreet investigation, tracking hotel bookings, cross-referencing addresses, and connecting social media breadcrumbs. The scale of her activities became clear. She had become a social chameleon, inhabiting multiple identities at once, fully accepted by the people around her. The luxurious life, the trips, the invitations, everything was calculated and executed flawlessly. My trust had been weaponized against me, without any guilt or hesitation on her part. Eventually, her intricate web began to show small cracks. Scheduling errors, missed meetings, and overextension made some of her personas vulnerable. One wealthy client questioned a double-booked engagement, noticing discrepancies in her communications. This was the first real sign of vulnerability in her otherwise perfect deception. Invitations were revoked. People began questioning her reliability, and the carefully curated network she had built started unraveling. The man who assisted her in maintaining these secret lives disappeared, leaving her exposed and alone in the complex web she had spun. I had no role in her exposure. It happened naturally, consequences from a life built on deception, unsustainable in the long run. Her confidence faltered. The personas she had maintained for months began to collapse. Her luxurious world crumbled quietly but completely. I moved to Milwaukee, renting a small apartment under my own name. Stability, work, and peace became my focus, my quiet victories. I rebuilt financially and emotionally, focusing on a life that had been mine all along, untouched by her secret machinations. Monique occasionally tried to reach out, but her hidden lives were collapsing. There were no apartment keys, no letters, no social foothold. She was isolated, privately, irreversibly exposed. I didn't need to intervene. I didn't need revenge. The hotel call, a simple mistake, had revealed the life I never knew existed and freed me from it. Looking back, I realized the truth often arrives unexpectedly, through mistakes, accidents, or moments you weren't meant to see. The call at 2:37 a.m. was a cruel blessing. It forced me to confront reality and reclaim my life, even as my trust in someone I loved was shattered. I learned to pay attention, protect myself, and rebuild quietly, relying on my own strength rather than vengeance or public validation. Some victories aren't loud or dramatic. They are subtle, private, and lasting, the kind that rebuilds you from the inside. Monique's collapse was complete without me lifting a finger. My life moved forward while her elaborate illusions unraveled. Victory doesn't have to be loud to matter. Sometimes survival, clarity, and reclaiming your own life is the most satisfying resolution imaginable.